Hey, how are you doing? So, if you're brand new to this channel, you probably don't know me. My name is Kentaro Kusumoto, or you can call me Ken. And I'm a ghost marketer for past like 15 years. Played professional golf for a bit, but I own two businesses as well. One is a crypto mining company. The other one is a marketing and development company. And more focused primarily on the marketing and development company. And that one, we do from A to Z marketing. It's pretty much kind of like we help companies enter into certain markets. Right now, there's a high demand for foreign companies wanting to enter into China. So we're doing that as well. We can do business licensing all from business licensing all the way to like social media promotion, that kind of stuff. We even host events or participate in trade shows and stuff on your behalf. So anyways, that's in a nutshell what I do. Okay. So if you're a business owner, or maybe you're a content creator and you're at a point where you're hiring people and you're trying to promote whatever course or product that you have, okay? Over my years of working, I went through the entire evolution from the evolution of not having social media. I've began my marketing career off of just offline marketing, right? Those are the days back then when you had to actually go and get deals with people that own these, the city, for example, to put posters on the bus stops, make actual brochures, physical brochures that you hand out. There was no digital billboards back then. So a lot of labor work in marketing offline, right? And nowadays you can just take your phone and start recording, post it, and there's your marketing. Okay, so now you know where I come from in marketing. And we went through the evolution of having social media, people going viral. There was the Vine era and et cetera, et cetera. And then there was the ads. Ads, I don't really have a problem with. If you are watching this and you're one of my clients, then you know that ads are not really a priority for me because things are changing, right? And I've said this to my clients 5 years ago. And you know what's happening now is a lot of people are starting to put more budget that they usually spend on ads to getting UGC content creators and hiring more people for creating organic content. And I think organic content in 2025 is going to be the most important thing that you could do for your business. One, it's going to save you a bunch of cost, okay? It's going to save you a bunch of costs, but it's also going to have a more impact rather than doing paid advertising. So you see, paid advertising is a thing that everyone pumps money into. And if you know the basis of how paid advertising works, is basically, simply put, imagine you're at an auction, okay? You're at an auction and they say, okay, well, there is this one place that you could put ads on, and this place is called Facebook or Instagram, okay? Okay, so we got this one place and you have multiple different placements. You have multiple different, it's almost like getting a primetime commercial on Super Bowl, right? All right, bid starting at $100, right? Okay, let's go bid. Now the highest bidder is obviously going to get the more showtime space, right? Okay, so now you know how ads work in a nutshell. And then they have all these targeting things that you got to do, optimizing campaigns, et cetera, et cetera. I think a lot of companies are failing to realize the fact that you can use organic content to have a proof of concept of which ads or which creatives work for an advertisement. So I think a lot of people just don't realize how to use, they think organic and ads are completely separate things and they shouldn't be related to each other. And you can't be more wrong. If anything, organic is going to give you way better way better conversion, way better in terms of just ad spend that you can not really have, you can save that money is what I'm trying to say, right? So I don't really understand why people are so just locked in on ads. Like I see posts all the time or like notifications from Upwork and stuff, and people are like, I need social media ad buyers or paid media, whatever else that they call it, right? So to me, like they're looking for, and their title's like, I need an expert in this, and then they're willing to pay like basically bottom of the barrel salaries for these people. Here's the thing, okay? One, ads is not too difficult to do. If you take the time to learn it, or if you can train someone to do it, it's actually not too difficult. However, you do need to realize how to create the assets to optimize it. And that's what we use organic for, to be able to prove a concept of that creative. So then you can put some money behind it and then go put it out there for ads and get it in front of more people. Paid advertising, I'm not saying don't use paid advertising at all. Although some of my clients completely eliminated paid advertising and they're making a lot more money than they would have because their margins are significantly more. They're making, 10, 20, 15% margins in and around there. Now their margins up like 50, 60, 70%. And they can afford to put some of that money and invest it into UGC content creators, or paying for content creators to do sponsored posts and stuff like that. So, it really depends how you want to think about it, I guess. And you might have your own bias about it because, your neighbors are doing the same thing, right? Like, so I think a lot of people just need to reassess what organic content can do for your business. Now, I'm not saying now go out and be like, okay, I need an organic content expert and blah, 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 blah. Okay, there's a lot of people that can claim to be able to do certain things. Okay. The fact of the matter is there's a proof of concept already online. If you're doom scrolling on social media, which I assume most of you guys do, and if you're not, well, there's a right way of going about it. But assuming that you're not or you are doom scrolling, then you should know some of the music that you hear. Like your subconscious is actually remembering all this stuff, but most humans cannot access their subconscious brains. But they're remembering all these music, all the hooks, everything that gave you the attention, or everything that you gave the attention to the platform. You should be educating yourself and, be mindful of the fact that you just watched a piece of content and you watched it for more than 10 seconds. So what made you hook into that? You need to start thinking in a way of the person who created that video, right? And so when I tell my clients my clients are some of them, they are totally reliant on me, and some of them try to learn, right? And that's totally fine. Like, I don't really mind whichever way you want. Essentially, I would love every business to succeed on their own, except for most businesses don't have time to think about all this kind of stuff, and that's where I come in. But when I tell businesses to start spending less on ads and doing organic, they have this fear. Like all of a sudden they're like, no, I don't want to stop doing ads. What do you mean? Like that drives my business. But have you tried organic? Have you tried to put enough time into organic? Because most businesses don't have a viral piece of content. So what that tells me is you don't actually have a viral piece of content to be able to put money behind it to get the results that you want to get. And that's why you're looking for someone who can optimize ads. But when in fact, maybe the ads aren't the problem and the actual content is the problem. There's so many things that could be wrong, mind you, with ads, right? There's a lot of different targeting and all that kind of stuff, right? And if you don't constantly monitor it, And then you just let a campaign go and it was performing well, and then all of a sudden it doesn't, and now you're losing money on it. Well, you should be, there should be a person there to constantly monitor that. But at the end of the day, I just think that, I just don't get the mindset of some people when I say, hey, stop spending money on ads and put it into organic, which is completely free, right? And then start building that out, right? And I think, I had a video that I did before this one, was this year is all about authenticity. If you're not authentic with your people that you want to sell to, then you're ultimately just going to be posting call to action videos over and over and over again. Okay. Have you noticed most creatives on YouTube, the reason why companies pay for YouTubers and other TikTokers, like when they go and sponsor a post for another company, that's the only call to action for whatever sponsor they have. But creators have their own thing going, whether it's merchandise or whatever it is. They just briefly say in the middle of the video, real quick, nothing fancy, but people will buy it just because they want to support it. Why do they want to support it? Is because they're relating with that person. Businesses need to start being able to be more relatable and provide value for their viewers. Otherwise, guess what? They just see you as another QVC type of person, and they're not going to buy from you because all they see is a person that's just constantly willing to sell me something every single video. They don't want that. And come on, put yourself in their shoes is what I'm trying to say, right? You need to be in the buyer mindset. And if you aren't, then you're going to be very, very unsuccessful because you are just oozing selfishness. Your business only runs because of customers that buy from you. If there's no customers for your business, you go broke. So remember to take care of your customers, but not only take care of them before and after the sale, but also be relatable. Show behind the scenes, show the struggles. Everything needs to be authentic, especially when there's AI content creators going to be just mass produced in this scene. They're going to take over a lot of it. It's going to get annoying. And when people get annoyed, they seek for something to remedy that, which is actual humans. But if the actual humans are selling them stuff constantly, why would they even go on the app to begin with anymore? They're just going to not bother to go on the app. What happens then? You lose a complete audience that you could have been a little bit better at mitigating that. So anyways, there's a video I wanted to make real quick. I just had this thought, and I usually make videos like this when I have a thought, and I just press record on the camera. But anyways, you guys feel free to follow or whatever you want. My link for my business is down below. Also, my business email is down below. So if you're a person who owns a business, small to medium size or large Fortune 500 corporate companies, feel free to contact me. And we can kind of discuss anything that you like. All right. Take it easy. I'll see you on the next one.